You guys are my friends and subscribers. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret and give you a couple pro tips, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That was backwards, hold on. I am by no means a YouTube professional. Where's the subscriber count? No. Now, this is kind of like that special day in class when your teacher pulls out the test that you're about to take tomorrow and says, okay, I'm going to literally go through every single answer on this test. This is what you need to study. Believe it or not, there are still people who fail those tests. Please, don't be one of those people. If you want to truly excel at this audition, here's what we need. We want to see you, your personality, everything that's inside of you that you just want to explode and let out. But don't overdo it. There's a fine line between being an energetic version of yourself and playing up the camera, pretending to be somebody you're not. In improvisation, we call this forcing the joke. Please refrain from acting funny. Just you being yourself and doing something goofy that you'd normally do can sometimes be some of the funniest things we see on camera and might be that much more endearing. So keep it natural, but keep it lively. How do you edit? I couldn't care less what you edit on. I've seen masterpieces, okay, created on iMovie and Windows Movie Maker. Now, are you seeing where I'm going with this? If you're good at editing, we'll see that. That's what we want to see. Now, what defines a good editor when it comes to vlogging is not that you follow a specific style of editing. What I tend to like to do is I use jump cuts to my advantage. That's how I get my comedic timing out. Notice I'm not making every single word that I say into a jump cut, because that would just look ridiculous, especially if I was everywhere, all over the place, and you just couldn't follow what's being said. That was exhausting. Keep it calm, keep it collected, then explode into something crazy in the next frame. And then, when you want to tell a joke, you say something ridiculous, you just pause and look at the camera. Also, don't forget, music plays a big role into this. You could edit using variable zoom techniques. Maybe you can start further away when you're saying something, and even though you make a mistake when you're talking, you punch in the camera and it looks like you got another angle, and it's one seamless take. No jump cuts used whatsoever. The whole point of this editing thing that I'm ranting about right now is we want to be able to see, can you express the emotion and the message that you're trying to convey in your audition video through your editing, however it's done. Oh, I almost forgot. Location, location, location. Some of you have heard those words before, I'm sure. Always put your vlogs in areas that are dead. By dead, I mean sound-wise, there's not much echo in the room. For me, it's my bedroom. There's lots of objects in here that are constantly stopping the sound from bouncing this way and that, which is great for audio. That's gonna really help us hear your audition better, and you don't have to be a huge audio whiz to really tamper with, try and make it sound better. It'll be good for you already. Second thing about your location, make sure you have something interesting to look at, whether it's just a plain wall with some pictures on it that aren't too distracting, or some little personal notes, or even blurred out lights in the background can really add a lot. For me, it's all this crazy stuff, because I'm a huge collector, and that's just what I like to do, so it's what my room's filled with. Third thing, make sure your room is well lit. Now, because you're using an HD camera for this audition, you're gonna need way more light than you think, because HD cameras, because they look so good, need a lot of light to do it. Now, you may send us an audition with an HD camera, and you may film it in an entertaining looking location, but the lighting is absolutely terrible. And because of that, your image is gonna look dark and grainy, and will look like it's a much lower quality than what the camera can actually produce. Here's what it looked like without the proper lighting. Also, by the way, I was filming this after the fact, and I've already unplugged all my audio equipment, so this is onboard camera audio. But you notice how it's really dark, and all I've got right above me is just this bright light from my room. And it looks okay to the eye, but because it's an HD camera, it needs way more light than you think. Let's do a quick comparison here. Here is my room with absolutely no color correction whatsoever. Now, if you sent us an audition just like this, for me personally, I would accept this because it's well lit, even though the image is a bit flat, it's okay. However, if you have access to some basic color correcting tools, then I suggest you do that. increase the contrast, mess with the curves, add some color correction, give it a bit of a warm glow. Boom! Your vlog all of a sudden looks 10 times more professional. But it starts with this ugly flat image that has a lot of light. Now you don't have to have this giant professional setup, alright? You just need to be in a room that already has a lot of natural ambience to it. That could be a big huge kitchen light above your head. Maybe you turn on every single light in your room to give you as much light as possible. We want to be able to see you. We want to be able to hear you. We want to be able to understand you. So, I think I've given you as many possible tips as I could possibly spit out in one video. March 31st is our official deadline. If there are any specific days of the week that you would not be able to post a video on, if we do select you, please let us know, because that is very important as we work out our schedules. You can send in your audition videos to this email below, which I will provide at the bottom of the screen, and also in the description box, of course. I hope you all here had a lovely time and are so pumped up to get these auditions going, because we're really excited to see what you guys have to offer. As always, I'm Stafeezy and you're fantastic. Before you go, remember, life is a play, and the play is the thing. As an added bonus, here are some of the auditions for the collaborators that have already made into the channel so far, as well as Abby and Jeremy's original videos for the guidelines on the collaboration auditions. Can't wait to see what you got!